How's it going, Wacko?
Good.
So everyone, we're here with Jack. Obviously most of you all know Jack, but I've just got a few questions to ask him about the weekend and what's coming up and what's happening. So how did the weekend go, Wacko? How did Taupo go?
It went pretty good. The boat and engines are pretty strong. We got our ass kicked by Ken, unfortunately, but we've made some adjustments this weekend with the boat world in America. So hopefully we get back on the right track and try to get back to the front of the field again. So I'm about to leave straight after this interview to Taupo. We've got the boat up there in the sheds. The boat's all ready to go. It's polished. There's very, very minimal work to do to it, so which is really positive. Obviously, the last of the work is sort of up to me behind the wheel and making sure what we got. So, really looking forward to it. We're just really, really excited to get on the water for this weekend again.
What are the key points to having some good team members?
My crew's pretty special, obviously, because we've grown up together, right team thing together, and put it into a GP hydroplane like what we've got is seriously really, really, really cool. And the guys, they do a fantastic job.
So we've got quite a few new followers on Snapchat, some that may not have ever seen you race live. Perhaps, I know we've got quite a few Australian followers that have seen you there in previous years, but tell us what goes through your mind on a Saturday morning when you wake up and you know kilometres. Tell me, what sort of mindset do you have to get in one of these things?
Basically it's be confident, you're feeling good. You obviously think about a lot of things Friday night, and obviously you got your pole draws first things in the morning, or whether you got qualifying and how we're going to qualify. If you have a good mindset the night before, you're really prepared, you're good, you've hydrated really well, plenty of water that morning, and just really got your mindset in a good place. You will have a good day, it's really important that you know what you're going to do previously before you get in that boat, and how you situate yourself throughout the day too. So,
just in terms of practice and that, how often would you go out, do a testing or a practice day, even if it is before like a race day? How often would you change and adjust things? Is that something you do, or when you turn up there, do you know from previous meetings what you're going to be doing with the engine, the propellers, the rudders, So I have a lot of time back and forth speaking with Bert Henderson in Canada. Just some messages here and there. We keep really good contact there, and what I'm going to do the weekend before, what I'm going to change with the boats. We sort of relate ideas really well. So as to turning fins and rudders and engine components and things like that, we do make a lot of changes. And propellers is something I'm really, really big with too, and I try a lot of propellers and a lot of different things on the day. So I'm a really, really big believer in, if you're not trying things, you never know. So and that sort of situates around our game plan and how we like to set our boat up to be faster in the course. So, and that way we think is turning and accelerating really, really quickly. So it's probably not about achieving those high speeds like the 180 miles an hour. We try to situate ourselves around the 155s, 160s. So the propeller programs, the engine programs, it's really, really important to have those on. In terms of the strains that the boat takes on a driver, we obviously know internally here how strenuous that boat can be of Dad's, and what it does to him and what bruises it sort of puts him through, and the strains and stresses and how he feels. You're obviously younger, probably fitter. What sort of once you get out of there, are you puffed? Is it a real, we know about V8 supercar drivers, how fit they've got to be. Yeah. Is it something you want to work on, or is it something that's important, or?
Yeah, being fit is a really important thing, but unfortunately sometimes on my side we're not, but our fitness program is probably at the pub the night before. So, it is important. The probably biggest part about hydroplanes is there's so many G-forces in so many different areas of the course that changes, as in rough waters.
when you go through those turns and there's a big lump of waves there or something, and you're not quite ready for it, well, yeah, that seriously takes the wind out of you. And I think that's probably the most biggest and hardest part to drive the GP hydroplanes, because every lap's different, and you really expect to, get a good run down the straight or a good run through the turn. But these things you never do, and that's why you get out of these things and you're terribly buggered. So.
Hey, so sponsors are obviously a really, really important thing to a really key component to what we do, and it's not a cheap sport to partake in. It's not cheap to have a boat nor an engine or pay for the fuel. Who do you have to thank, and who helps you basically turn up on the day?
Yeah, so Penrite and Repco have come on board with us this year, which is really, really exciting for us. So far we've built a really, really good relationship with them, and they've been really, really helpful throughout the first event and the second event. They've been really helpful again into the lead up. So for Penrite and Repco, they're fantastic, and we really can't appreciate how much they've done for us. So it is great. They're one of the best oil companies. We run the oil in the boat, and it's honestly working really, really well. And Repco have been fantastic with us. So.
Just quickly, Jack, tell me your love and passion for Canadian racing and the boats over there, and what America's all about. Like, what does that sort of stuff mean to you?
Yeah, it means really a lot. I spent a trip back in July with Dad, and we went and had a look at the Canadian circuit, which is really, really fascinating. It's a great circuit. There's a lot of Grand Prix hydroplanes racing, so there's obviously a lot of good competition there for us. So that's something in hindsight for us, maybe in the future. We really, really, really want to go there, but we just want to probably spend a little bit more time on the boat, getting things ready, and like I say, those propeller programs, engine programs. So we've actually just ordered all the parts off Huey Newport out of America, who's the one of the owners of the Steeler crew for Bert Henderson. So we've ordered all that. We're trying to get an engine together, and we're going to do a heap of testing. We're going to do a heap of testing with that 468 cubic inch engine. Obviously with a little blower, which is an 871, so it's a little bit different to what we've been using. But we're going to try to dial that into the boat and really maybe, like I say, push for that to be a successful boat here in New Zealand with that engine, and take that to Canada and trial it. So
All right, so just I suppose a question on behalf of everybody that doesn't know you personally. You do you do this as a sport and probably a hobby as well, which I'm sure you'll agree with. What's your day job? What do you do when you wake up in the morning? How does a typical day go for you?
Yeah, so I'm a dairy farmer. Ken and I own a farm together here in Waverley, and I'm currently running a contracting business for him at the moment, with tractors, and looking to go into that with him as well. So it's great to have a good brother and do things together as a team. And unfortunately, it's not like that on track. But there's some really, really big days here in Waverley, and we've got a lot of staff and a lot of people we try and look after. So we enjoy it. But like I say, the boats are a hobby, and it's something really, really big in us as a family, which we love doing, and we're very, very passionate about. So it's good.
So we're doing a Top Gear Hydro style event here in a couple of weeks. I'm really excited about it. I know you guys are excited about it. Why do you think people should come along? Obviously we've got limited spots. We've already had quite a few people keen. Why do you think people should come along, and what will they see down in that shed that they can't see on race day?
I just think that some different terms of racing in New Zealand, and then you probably get us dairy farming guys, and it's something totally different down the shed, and the way we go about things, and the way we do our day-to-day down there is something pretty special, and how we really, really work well as a team. Everything's sort of situated out from where the boats are to the engines to, there's some good stations there for us to really go through and have a look at, which will be really exciting for a lot of people. And there's obviously going to be a beer fridge, which is very, very important for us too, and I bet the people there as well.
You've got any wise words for your opposition coming on over the weekend? I know you have a bit of rivalry between your brothers, between your brother and your dad, obviously. But who else are you going to keep an eye out on those mirrors on each side of your boat there?
I think this year's really, really good. We've got a lot of Grand Prix hydroplanes on the circuit this year, and obviously going to be a lot more next year. But I think at this stage, everyone's going to be a threat in those boats. You know, you've got a good 13 to 2,000 horsepower, 1,300 to 2,000 horsepower, and I think that whoever gets out on track or whoever gets in front are really going to be hard to beat, which makes it really exciting. And obviously our new format layouts of race schedules and how things go, reverse grids, and give everyone really a good opportunity to race. So I think Ken's going to be strong again, but I think everyone's a danger. But we've done a lot of homework. Grant's got us a seriously strong package again for this weekend. We've found a few more donkeys. Yeah, we've found a few more donkeys for this weekend. So we've had a few things left out on the engine of the weekend, which Grant wasn't quite happy about, and so we've added them back in because obviously we've got all unlimited races at Karapiro. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to have that horsepower back because we did detune the boat massively at Taupo to go to the rules. But yeah, I think this weekend we should be really on target and should be quite excited to be there and hopefully be successful too.
So we've talked a bit about yourself and your boat, your sponsors, what your plan is for the weekend. You've got quite a bit of involvement with Warrix Boat. You've obviously driven that boat before, started out in it. Tell us what's happening with the boat and what its plan is for the weekend in Blue Lakes as well.
Yeah, so I started in that boat. It's a fantastic boat. There's a lot of development gone into it from when we first started. So I think this weekend's going to be really promising for him to get a bit more of an idea of how it's going to go because Taupo was quite rough and probably wasn't quite a suited spot for him to run. So there's obviously those new changes, which is something we really need to look out for and test. May even get the opportunity on Saturday to do it myself and give him my opinion back on that and try to work together on it. But it's a fantastic boat, really fast, and yeah, again, one boat.
Jack, it's been so cool. Like I love this platform of Snapchat and Facebook and the likes. It's been real cool to sit down and chat with you. Hopefully we could find 5 spare minutes over the weekend and get you a bit of a report on what's happening, even though I know you'll be busy. Any last words to everyone here on our Snapchat family?
No, thanks for your time, Brittany, and make sure everyone gets in on the 24th of February. Reserve your spots now and really get down to the shed and seriously have a look at what we're about and how we do things. So it'll be a really exciting day and get amongst it.